Round 5 of the SCSA Championship was a 1-2-3 for torque speed. They absolutely dominated it, nearly 1-2-3-4. What's going to happen in round number 6? Who knows? Let's check it out.
Ian McKellar Jr. started round 5 with torque speed teammates Mickle and Hodgson following not far behind. Team Westec driver Michael Burgess made it through the pack and narrowly avoided a crash involving John Stewart and Gavin Seeger, which brought out the yellow flags. It was make or break for McKellar when he came in for his pit stop, but he proved no match for Mickle's crew, who managed to send the number 66 out in the lead once again. McKellar, though, showed his passion and determination and managed to pass John Mickle on the inside of Turn 1, taking his first win of the 2005 season. All of which means, as far as the championship standing is concerned, John Mickle extends his advantage over a joint now second, Burgess and Hodgson. McKellar in 4th.
John Mickle, must feel good as a team owner to get that 1-2-3.
Yeah, it's the second time now, but we've had to go with Ian because that's the second time we've done it, and that's been that order, so next time he's not going to win.
Great result, round number 5.
Yeah, no, we've worked a lot with the car since last race because we were struggling, but yeah, the car's good. We haven't touched it for the second race, so see how we're going to get on in the final.
That's always a good sign if you don't touch anything.
Yeah, it's a good sign. No, we thought about changing another spring, but we're going to stay with the car we know today, so it's the best way.
Mike, round number 5 didn't go according to plan for you. How are you feeling about round number 6?
A lot more confidence. We found after my crash yesterday, a bolt was loose on the front uprights, on the front right upright. On top of that, the exhaust had cracked and it was burning my leg. I mean, I've got a massive scar on my leg. I was getting carbon monoxide poisoning. Why don't they just make these races 10 laps, you know? 60 laps.
How'd it go from your point of view?
Yeah, it's a shame, really. The car was pretty quick in practice, and we expected to be 3rd on the podium. And we got blocked a couple of times, but the car went off. Then there was a big accident in front of me, and I'm glad I got a lot of short oval experience because that needed something to get through there.
Yeah, I bet you did. And how's the car feel, or how you feel about the car setup for race 6?
I think, to be honest with you, the way the car is, I might as well try something completely new. I can only get maybe 4th or 5th again, so to try and do better, I might as well change it completely.
Barry Manilow. No, the darkness, obviously.
I'm actually listening to Dire Straits at the moment, which is very good, yes, very enjoyable.
Killers, definitely the Killers. Dare I say Van Morrison?
Yeah, he's cool.
Cool.
I do like pink, to be honest. Yeah, pink. I quite like pink.
In my road car, it's got to be a bit of Alan Jackson or Toby Keith.
Well, if you're a fan of SCSA racing, you know pit stops are incredibly important. We've got Mark Klausner with us again. So, Mark, the driver's got to do 2 specific things.
1, hit his mark, which is the pit box. 2, maintain pit speed.
What happens then?
What happens then is he comes into his box and he comes to a complete stop. The tire carrier will bring this tire, which is already pre-set up. The lugs are taped or glued on, as you can see, which then allows them to remove the tire, throw this on, and then with the air hammer, he then hits all 5 lugs. And it's important that he hits all 5. If he only hits 4, the officials will bring him back in. The next thing you have is your jack man, and it's very important for him to hit his mark. As you can see here, the car is cut out specifically for the jack. The jack is slid in. This is a 2-pump jack. Within 2 pumps, the car will come up. The jackman's job is to watch both the front and rear. Once those tires are on safely, he pulls the jack out, the driver can leave.
Well, what do you know? Paul Poulter did not win a pickup truck race. Nick Grinrod won the last one. Who's going to win round number 6? Let's find out from Paul Mazzell.
With Paul Poulter's domination finally brought to an end, round 6 was wide open. But it wasn't long before Poulter was back in his favourite position, fighting off Nick Grinrod. A huge crash over the start-finish line involving Mark Willis and Frankie Francis brought out the yellows, and on the restart, Poulter and Grinrod resumed their battle. However, it was a black flag for the pair of them after allegedly breaking the restart rules, which meant they were pushed down the field, giving the lady racer Kelly Jane Wells the lead. Veteran Phil White in truck 63 wasn't going to make it easy, and with Michael Smith on her tail, Kelly was put back to 3rd. But it was girl power that won through, and on the final lap, Kelly regained her lead and went on to her first ever pickup truck race win, and a standing ovation from the crowd afterwards.
We have Carl Sanderson from BMW and the lovely people from the Make-A-Wish Foundation who are going to utter those immortal words.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Woohoo! Wow, Rockingham making wishes come true. Brilliant stuff. What great work that foundation do as well. Our drivers are all in their seats, the green flag being waved at the end of pit road to signify that they should be on their way, and this is what they'll tackle. It's the 1.5 mile Rockingham Oval, 4 completely different corners. Now, as ever, we've got onboard action throughout the field for you. This is the view from Michael Verges. He'll start on the outside row. Colin White also there with a forward-facing camera. And out front on pole position, Ian McKellar Jr. in the DSI Group car looks back, and here's how they'll all line up. We've already mentioned Dunes is on the front row. Alongside him, teammate John Mickle in the 66 behind them, Stevie Hodgson and Ollie Plale. Back on row 3, let's see the lineup. Hunter Abbott and Colin White. Behind them, Sean Richardson and Michael Verges starts from the outside of row 4. Back on row 5, it's Mark Proctor and Tony King. On row 6, Mike Luck and Adam Jackson. And as we get ready to go green, the final few places on the grid, Gavin Seeger and Keith White, Phil Weaver and Shane Brereton. It's a 60-lap race. We get the double greens, a pit window as ever where they'll change the 2 outside tyres on laps 29 and 30. Through turn 1, Stevie Hodgson gets a great start. Looks like he's gone past his teammate John Mickle. He has. Hodgson in the Xerox car up to second place. Colin White and the group ahead in a little bit of a breakaway. Mark Proctor leading the second group, but that's the view back from our pole position man, our round 5 winner and round 6 leader, Ian McKellar Jr. That's the battle for second, third and fourth at the moment. It's a Torque Speed quartet out front, because Hunter Abbott has managed to shoulder his way through into that 4th position. Sean Richardson there in 5th in the darkness car, then Ollie Plale and Michael Verges. So that's the leaders as they cross the line. Already Ian McKellar Jr. settling down into the rhythm. We heard him say earlier on that they've decided not to make any changes, they being Ian McKellar Jr. and his crew chief. Oh, goodness me, a wobble there from Mike Verges, just lifting as he goes into turn 2. Lost a couple of car lengths there on his teammate. Further back, that's Keith White in the second CWS car, getting to the inside of Gavin Seeger in the repaired Irwin Tools car. And also Phil Weaver looks to go to the inside. He'll pick up a spot for that. That demotes Gavin Seeger sadly down further. You can see the almost like the bandage on the front corner of that car. They'll cross the stripe one more.
Inside, clear.
One more time. I was about to say that was Dean McIntosh, the spotter for Ollie Plale, just calling out the words. Michael Verges, his West Tech teammate, goes up 1 position and will now try and hunt down that pink darkness car in front of him. That's the car of Kid Richardson Racing and Sean Richardson at the wheel. Mark Proctor and Mike Luck duking it out as well. Great to see Procky back, the big man of SCSA Stock Car Racing, Mike Luck, who's been so consistent this year. And Mike from Redditch in the Midlands looking to try and make a move. He'll take the Beta Tools car to the inside. Lucky 7 will pick up a position. Nice tidy work there from Mike Luck. And Procky gives him plenty of room as well. Well, battles all up and down this field. Remind you that still out front is Ian McKellar Jr. from his teammate Stevie Hodgson. A gap then back to John Mickle in the 3rd spot. But of course that can all change when we get towards that pit stop window, when they'll come over the wall, the 3 men. There's the current champion, or rather the current leader in the standings, I should say. And Keith White's on an absolute charge at the moment. Look at this gaggle of quartet of cars, though. Down on the inside, Shane Brereton in the 48. Phil Weaver there in the black and yellow 77, the Team Catchpole car. But Keith White didn't race in the 5th round because that car kept as a spare for Colin White in case it's needed. But he certainly did get himself up on song there, Keith White, and he's starting to pull away too. Battling behind, though.
Out. Out. Still there, clear.
Shane Brereton's spotter giving him the word, and the reason they have those spotters, if you're new to SCSA stock car racing, is because the drivers cannot see anything other than in front of them. They've got big safety equipment inside the car, Hans devices and Hutchins device, which really lock the head down onto the shoulders in case of a big impact, and also they have big shoulder restraints and head restraints too in the car. So literally, if you come down here to Rockingham on the first Sunday of the month, oh, we got a spinner down in front of us here. Shane Brereton, the car's just rotated round as he came out of turn 4. I didn't see any contact, but the Team Tour Trucks car is really tore up there. Mike Luck also pitting, so was there some contact between Mike Luck and Shane Brereton? The yellow lights are on, as you can see.
He was not pulled out, he got out of his own accord. He's standing, he's talking to him. It looks like he's limping a bit. I think he's probably winded. Looks like he's carrying his arm a bit funny. He's probably just bruised to hell, so he's okay.
He is okay. Here's the impact. Bang! A big impact. Now, when that happens, the driver's body slams across the side of the car into a lot of padding and safety equipment all being used up there. Well, Rob Murphy's, as ever, is down in pit road. Rob.
The Torque Speed domination continues. Can anybody stop them? We'll find out after the break. Welcome back. Torque Speed continues to lead round number 6 of the SCSA Championship.
They do indeed, Rob. Their cars, all 4 of them, out front. Ian McKellar Jr. as the green flags fly. We've been under caution here as a result of a spin from Shane Brereton. We've seen him being taken to the medical centre. He's okay. Ollie Plale gets a great restart there and will go past Sean Richardson to the inside, perfectly able to do that. Michael Verges, his West Tech teammate, will come through and try and pick up a spot as well. But out front, McKellar Jr., Stevie Hodgson, John Mickle and Hunter Abbott are the 4 at the lead of the field. Ollie Plale trying in the white car there with support from Chicago Pneumatic and NMB, trying to get onto that quartet to make his way through. Meanwhile, look at this tussle going on. Mike Verges in the NEC Aspire car, the Darkness car to the inside there of Sean Richardson.
Paul, race engineer for Shane, took a big knock there. You got anything from your point of view?
The knock didn't look too bad. It looked like it's just a glance off the wall, but obviously I think he's hurt his leg and he's hurt his arm. He wasn't in radio contact with us, but we had our spotter up there telling us what he could see.
Thanks, Paul.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. We heard from the spotter as well, didn't we, just describing the injuries there. A bit of wind. Sean Doggerel, the spotter for Colin White, just giving Colin the instruction there. We heard, as I was saying, from the spotter of Shane Brereton, so we'll keep you updated with Shane's progress. Meanwhile, progress of a different kind from the lucky pants man himself, Ollie Plale, in the 88 on the top right. Meanwhile, Phil Weaver and Keith White are having a brilliant scrap as well further down the order, so we've got battles all the way down the field. That's why we're trying to keep you in touch with all of the scraps going on. And Phil Weaver, brilliant bit of moving from the team catchpole man, completes that pass and demotes Keith White, safely negotiating the slower running car there. Hunter Abbott and Ollie Plale as they head towards pit road. We're into the pit stop window. Leaders already ahead of them are heading towards their pit boxes. Look at Ollie Plale. Gets that car really well positioned. He wants every centimetre of the track. But here are our leaders. Ian McKellar Jr. in 25. Stevie Hodgson, the reigning champion, in 24. They'll come in. The 3 men come over the wall and change the outside tyres, just like we heard Mark Klausner telling us, race director, at the start of the programme. Absolutely vital to get a good clean stop here. We're on board with Colin White's car. The jack goes down. That was the movement. Outside of him is Phil Weaver, still yet to make his pit stop. Verges coming in. Stevie Hodgson already out. It's the RS Catback DSI Next Stop's car of John Mickle that's next, and Colin White's team get him out in 3rd spot. Well, quite brilliant stuff. Where's McKellar Jr. is my question. A slower stop there, I think, on that occasion for the 26 crew, or rather 25 crew of McKellar Jr. And Stevie Hodgson, after a blistering stop, will take the lead. Colin White's team pick up a spot as well, but they're about to be repassed by Ian McKellar Jr. down on turn 2. And Mike Verges and Sean Richardson will come out in the NEC and Darkness cars respectively and rejoin. They can't get fully on the power until they cross that yellow line, and now they'll bring these cars back up to speed. An average lap round here of approaching 150 miles an hour. Just think about that. That's the average, by the way. Well, Michael Verges got some work to do. That's the on the left there, John Leipold, the team crew chief for Stevie Hodgson, a championship winning crew chief no less. Michael Burgess would love to get his hands on that championship. He's in close contact at the moment. Coming into this event, there were just 45 points separating Mike Burgess and Stevie Hodgson in joint second from current championship standing leader John Mickle. That's the Vita Tools car of Mike Luck. Mr. Consistency during the course of this year, no question about that. And meanwhile, Mickle and McKellar Jr. fight it out. McKellar Jr. to the inside.
Inside, still there, inside, clear.
Well, there you go. That was the news from Chris Pocklington for John Mickle. That's the view back from Ian McKellar Jr.'s car. You can see McKellar Jr. I tell you what a setup they must have on that car. Brilliant stuff. Well, meanwhile, let's nip down to pit road again. Rob's there with Paul Sims again in the 48 team.
Paul, good to talk to you again. Good news is that Shane's out of the car, had his checkup, and they've just taken him away for a precautionary check over at the hospital.
Yeah, that's right. They believe that he was unconscious when they got to him, and that they've taken him to hospital to have a scan to see if they can find anything.
Our best wishes to you and to Shane and the team, and you know, we'll see you out next time.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah, I think the emphasis there very much on the precautionary checkup. The medical team here do an absolutely stunning and brilliant job. Ollie Plale's on a bit of a charge too. He's just got past Hunter Abbott. That'd be brilliant news for Westech. They want to get amongst these Torque Speed cars. Great rivalry between the two Corby-based teams. They're literally about 300 metres from each other as the crow flies. And huge disappointment then for Mike Luck. Or Mike No Luck, as he might be called, as far as this 6th round is concerned. Here's the battle for the lead, though. Hodgson under pressure now from his teammate Ian McKellar Jr. Can Dunes get to the inside? Stevie Hodgson, though, he knows every centimetre of this track. He can't hold off the challenge, though. He knows that Junior's got a quicker car. Stevie, a wise head on young shoulders. A champion's brain says this has got to be about big picture. It's got to be about scoring points that will help him close the gap on John Mickle. Remember, Hodgson 45 points behind John Mickle at the top of the championship standings.
Mike, your race didn't go according to plan. What's up with the machine?
No, we lost a linkage on the axle to start with, and I think what it's done is it's done a pinion bearing in the diff. So yeah, not good.
No, not good at all, and well, disappointment for Mike Luck. And Tony King looks like he's got problems with the Kent Pharmaceuticals car as well, brings that into his pit box. In fact, he's going behind the wall with it, so that looks like it might be an early end to the day as well for Tony King. So disappointment all up and down the pit road at the moment. Teams finding problems, and Phil Weaver now slows. Coming out of turn 4, Phil Weaver slows. Now, will this bring out a caution? There's smoke I can see coming from the back of Phil Weaver's car, so that's not a good sign, but he's going to get it in, I think, to the back end of pit road. Good work from Phil Weaver. He knows that he needs to get that car to a position of safety, and a fire extinguisher, Marshall, wouldn't be a bad thing either if there's oil and all sorts of horrid stuff coming out the back of the team catchpole car. The Liquidator has been liquidated, put into administration, and he's into the Parc Ferme, I'm sure, as a result of that. Now, meanwhile, I can tell you that Ian McKellar Jr. continues to lead, but what a brilliant scrap going on here. Ollie Plale has got himself onto the back end of Hunter Abbott's Ryanair car, and they're fighting it out tooth and nail here to try and find some position on the track.
Got a 1, 2, 3. Took 4th, mate. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dale Parsons relaying the message there to Ian McKellar Jr. White flag flies. Meanwhile, what's happening? Rob, you've got someone down there in pit road.
Yeah, I've got Mark here, crew chief on the 77 car. Give us an update on what's happening.
That's so disappointing. After the disaster of the first race, Phil was going really well, catching Gavin for 8th place, and the engine's just let go coming out of turn 4, so nothing we can do. The oil pressure's dropped, it's over.
Disappointment there, but on the other end of the emotional spectrum is Ian McKellar Jr., who is about, if he can get himself safely through turn 4, which looks like he can, he's about to equal the record of that man there in front of him. Michael Verges in the light blue car crosses the line. So too does Ian McKellar Jr. and takes his 7th victory of his career and matches the record set by Michael Verges. There was Craig Slater and the team. Absolutely brilliant job from those boys.
All right, I've got the man with me who did it all in pit road here, Poodle. 2 in a row, buddy.
I know. We need to get them pit stops sorted out, but every time he comes out in 3rd, he seems to be pulling it back, so he's doing a good job.
He did a great job for you. You guys must have given him a great race car today.
Oh, I've worked hard on the setup all the beginning of the season. We struggled in the beginning of the year, not really finishing in the top 3. But this is just a big comeback. We did it last year. We won 2 races. This year, we've done it again.
He has done it again. Well done, Craig, and all the team there on the 25 crew. That's the confirmation of the result. McKellar Jr., Hodgson, Mickle and Abbott make it a torque speed 1, 2, 3, 4. Great run too from Ollie Playle in 5th.
Ian McKellar Jr., you did the double. What's it feel like?
Yeah, it feels brilliant. You know, the team have worked hard. The DSI same day group Chevrolet, absolutely brilliant. Poodles, Twiggy, all the mechanics have done such a superb job this weekend to get this car going so well.
You know, but what about when you lost it on the pit stop? Were you steaming then, or did you just feel like you had the race car to come back?
You know, I thought I was steaming a little bit, but, you know, I didn't know we had the car to get back there, so it was a little bit of pressure off me then.
Yeah, brilliant job, Junior. Well done to all the guys there. Stevie Hodgson, though, his teammate came home in 2nd place. That's got to be good for the points too. And Rob's with Stevie.
Stevie, what's it feel like being back up here?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good solid weekend for the Xerox Chevrolet and a good solid weekend for Torque Speed as well. Just happy to get on the podium twice. Hopefully with a next step up next time.
Yeah, he wants to be on the top step of the podium again as he was earlier in the year. But what about Mickle? Consistency is his middle name, I think.
Double-edged sword for you, John, because I know you like to win. You like to see the team win. You know, you're professional in that respect, but you probably want to be just there, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, we did have some issue with the cars, but at the end of the day, we've all got the same equipment at the end of the day. Mine went off, but, you know, the other 2 cars were strong. Everybody gets the same equipment, and it just proves that, I think, you know, who does the winning.
From a team point of view, you guys crushed them, didn't you?
No, we didn't crush them. We just finished 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, that 3rd place means John Mickle's lead is cut by 5 points. Stevie Hodgson now in a lone 2nd place, just 20 points ahead of Mike Vergers. Ian McKellar Jr. getting closer in 4th place with Colin White and Sean Richardson rounding out the top 6.
Hunter Abbott, what's it feel like, pal?
Absolutely great. I mean, it's one thing having, you know, 3 cars on the podium, but 4 for an exceptional day.
And three guys you got to try and beat next time.
Exactly, yeah.
As far as the Autosport Rookie of the Year standings are concerned, Hunter Abbott edges yet closer towards the title. Gavin Seeger's there in 2nd, Adam Jackson 3rd, and Shane Brereton, news from him at the hospital, he's fine.
Mark, round number 6. Boy, oh boy, Torque Speed are looking strong.
Unbelievable, and congratulations again to Hunter Abbott. Drove an excellent job. He was running out there in traffic and fell back a little bit, but kept his pace and got himself back up in 4th place. And what can you say? You have 2 champions at Torque Speed, and Ian has a CV that's a mile long and has a lot of wins here. And I think Torque Speed did an excellent job. But I really look forward to seeing the other teams coming after them. They've done a great job, but there are people in the wings that are looking for them.
And if you want to find them too, they'll be here back at Rockingham on the 7th of August to do it all over again. And there's the remaining dates that'll round out the championship.
Round 6 of the SCSA. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Torque Speed. They crushed them. Join us next time.
Staying at full throttle. Next on 4, we're at Monza for the British Formula 3 Championship.